What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Okay, now that's the most outstated reaction I've ever gotten. That's, all right, it's never gotten that far. What is going on right now?
All right, man, come on.
All right, you gonna get your stuff?
Fuck this. We gonna keep it here.
All right, all right, so, okay. So when you walked up, I already told you got that big Pluto energy.
They put it up. It's like,
All right. I don't need a audience right here. All right. Okay, so how you doing today, miss?
good.
Okay, so I've seen you out here now for a little while. So I'm going to ask, are you homeless?
No.
What's your situation?
I stay in Jonesboro, Georgia.
Okay, so why you be out here all the time?
Cause I just be chilling out here, you know, vibing, smoking.
Who you live with in Jonesboro?
My mom and my brothers.
Mom and brothers, and how old are you?
17.
Wait, 17? So you're not even 18? Jesus Christ. Okay, good Lord.
No,
okay.
my birthday in 2 more days.
In 2 more days? So you're about to be 18. Okay, well, happy early birthday. Okay, so you're 17. That means you're still in school, or supposed to be. So we're going to talk about that. 11th grade? So why you been out here? What are you doing? School?
Hell! 11th grade, you 18. Clearly, she's behind already. Clearly. All right. Atlanta's a different place, though. She got them lashes. We have found out that the age of consent in Georgia is 16. So that's something I didn't know until we start doing this crazy stuff. And that's why a lot of these girls will jump off the porch. She grown.
Grown at 17 years old, falling on the pavement. Supposed to be in 11th grade. She don't know her butt from a hole in the wall out here trying to probably sell kudakata. It's unfortunate.
My daughter was in school today.
No. I be doing like early in the morning. I be doing my work and shit. Like this morning, I got up like at 7 o'clock, did my work on my little iPad. I'm supposed to get out at 10 o'clock originally, but at 10 o'clock I still be kind of doing some of my work, you know.
So you do homeschool? Okay.
Virtual.
Why don't you go like to a
because I'm in alternative school. They kick me out.
Okay. You don't say. Okay, so we gonna figure out why.
I'm in alternative school. They still got alternative school. There's no way. Some of this stuff, man, it's like they still got a plantation. Imagine if there was a plantation, people still picking cotton. You'd be like, what? That's how I feel right now. Like, I got kicked out of school. I'm in alternative school.
When she just said alternative school, Miss X, I could smell our high school. As soon as she said it, I could smell it. Alternative school. What was it called? The Village Keepers? She a village keeper?
We have alternative schools out here. So if you keep getting into fights at the regular school.
We had them too. We had them. Yeah, we know what that is.
Okay, yeah.
I would love to see the data on the numbers of the kids that go to alternative school and end up in jail or prison. I guarantee you it got to be like 80 to 90%.
Yeah, it ain't under 80. That's 90. Shoot, where we from is 95. For show. Alternative school. It's a joke. That's not help. That is delaying the inevitable. Hence, around 90% are incarcerated or deleted or smoking rocks.
All right, okay. So do you have any kids?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
No.
Okay, so let's just start from the beginning. So where you from?
Columbus, Georgia.
You from Columbus? You from MLK in Columbus? Man, Columbus don't play, man. Y'all shell out there, man. I don't know about y'all out there. Okay, man. Shout out that Columbus. What's that 706, ain't it?
Yeah.
Shout out that 706 all day, man. Yeah, we got one of our popular interviewees, Big Lulu, is from, Too Tall Lulu is from Columbus. Anyway, all right, so growing up in Columbus, did you have both mom and dad in the household? Like two-parent household?
My dad stays in Kansas City.
Kansas City? Okay, so grew up with just mom as far as the parent. You say you have brothers? How many?
2.
And older or younger?
20, 21, and 18.
Okay, so 2 older brothers. You're the baby. Okay, so growing up in Columbus, would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood?
I like to fight, so.
It'll always be the little small, little Pomeranian little ladies, like little chihuahuas. Like, what are you doing? Like, how tall are you? Don't lie neither.
5'1".
You're 5'9". Okay, 5'1", and you might weigh 100 pounds. Okay?
112.
Yeah, so like, what do you mean? Who are you fighting? Paper sticks?
No, it's just some females out here that just nitpicking. Like, just like yesterday, the host said when we get off the train, she gonna be on that. We walked past the hoe 3 times. She did not do shit to us.
Why do you want to fight?
I don't want to fight. It's just simple fact. They keep starting with me.
And ain't no simple fact. You walk past somebody 3 times. You are antagonist. You bout that action. You gonna say she ain't want no smoke? I walked past her 3 times, 4 times, kept walking by. I was, throwing stuff on her and spitting and stuff. She wouldn't do nothing.
I can identify this demon easily. That fighting demon got to get that pain up off of them. That's why they got nothing else better to do. Broken, impoverished folks got nothing better to do than start drama and fight and spread the mayhem and pain they got in their life. That's it. That is why I dare somebody to give me another reason.
I'm Haitian. I don't like
Lord
I don't like that
Jesus.
shit.
Okay, shout out to all my Zoes, man.
And I'm a Scorpio.
Okay. Wait, a Scorpio? So hold on. You already lying. You already a little liar. You know you just got caught in a lie, right?
What lie? My birthday?
Yes.
No.
What do you mean?
I don't have to lie.
Well, you said your birthday is in 2 days.
No.
Yes, you did at the beginning.
Do you need me to call my motherfucker?
No, well, listen.
I don't have to lie. This on my dad.
Okay, that's fine, but you just said it like we started this 4 minutes ago.
I'm a Scorpio.
Okay, because you said you were 17 and your birthday's in 2 days.
2 days.
And I said happy early birthday.
I don't have to lie.
Okay, because 2 days.
Continue.
2 days isn't a Scorpio though.
Let's continue.
No, hold on. Let's figure this out. 2 days is not a Scorpio. Hold on. No.
Let me just tell you the
Big
real
Pluto,
deal.
come on
Let
with
me
the real
just
deal.
tell you the real
Come on
deal.
with the real deal.
Let me tell you the real
Okay,
deal.
come on with the real deal. Because I don't like the BS.
I don't like basically me. I like talking. Let's find a young nigga. You see that young nigga right there that's walking with that white hat?
Okay.
I don't like old young niggas. Old people do not interest me. That's why I said I was 17 because I thought you was trying to talk to me, whoop, all that shit. But I'm not interested into old people. But you cool people, like you like an ump to me, like. But I'm not 17. I'm 18. My birthday is October 30th. October 30th.
Oh,
You a lie, and the truth ain't in
man,
you.
y'all better be careful out there. These women just be lying. And she learned this from her mama. All right? Look at her. He said, look, you just said you're 17, your birthday in 2 days. Now she 18. She been lying. She like lying to people. Her words.
Be careful. If you out here in this environment, you done threw caution to the wind long time ago. Yeah, if it looked like a duck, quack like a duck, and got freeze-dried edges, why you even entertaining it? For real. I can't stand the edge to begin with, but I ain't never seen a melanated hair follicle in that condition. What's going on there? Please let that be dried up gel. Is that jam? Extra industrial hold jam?
Or some glaze. Yeah, she was giving some got. All right, I don't, or something.
I'm just not interested into old people.
Well, first of all,
so that's why.
Okay, so now let's get into the nitty gritty, because that is one of the things that we do on my channel. We talk about some of the childhood traumas, things that people have been through, right? Because sometimes when people like act out and fight and do stuff like that, people just think like, oh, they just bad and they just this and that. But they don't realize there's normally a story behind it. There's normally some type, it's okay. There's normally some type of something behind that. So what was the first age that anything like that ever happened to you?
When I was 17.
So that just happened last year? Wow.
I got no parole, no bond.
So
then
what?
His baby mama tried to lie and say, I even asked my homegirl, did she know this nigga? I guess because I'm small, he tried me on that. And I guess because my homegirl is big, he ain't try her on that type of shit. Because she's a little big,
bigger, right?
A little bigger.
So tell me what happened. So this happened last year. Okay,
so my old friend, she in the grave now. I got her killed because I don't play that shit. My brother, and I'm gonna forever speak on that. My brother, my blood brother. No. So basically, she texts me like it's like morning time, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. She texts me and said, she called me and said, you trying to go to AHA? I'm like, yeah. Mind you, she's 17 and her mama let her drive the car around and shit. She picked me up, me in the front seat, and it's me not knowing that I'm feeling the type of way. It was a whole grown old ass nigga in the fucking trunk. As soon as we got to what threw me
you
out
say in
there,
the trunk or
yes,
like the back seat?
Trunk.
In the trunk? Did you know that he was in the trunk?
No.
This was a car or an SUV?
A car.
He was in the trunk?
Yes, like let's say.
like the trunk of a car?
A car like that, but it was a Nissan.
Okay, so it's like an SUV, like a small SUV. Okay, so he's in the back part.
Yeah.
And so what happened?
So she got out the car, me getting thrown off. She did not ask me did I want to come in AHA with her. Cause she was supposed to be giving me food. Next thing you know, I waited, it was about like 10 minutes later, the nigga hopped in the back seat and said, don't move. As soon as I looked back, this nigga had a big ass Glock. I don't know what type of gun it was, but it was long as black as. to my head, to my son, don't move. If you move, I'm gonna shoot you in your shit. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna play smooth. So I was thinking when he got on that highway, I was gonna get the fuck out and run, but I was like, too many cars is coming by.
So wait, where was your friend at this point?
She set me up. That's basically she set me
up. No, but where was she?
She was in IHOP.
And so he got in the, because you fast forwarded to y'all being on the highway.
Stop for a second. Set you up for what? What was he take? What did you have? All right. And then she started off by saying, my friend was only 17 and her mom, not her daddy, her mom let her get the car and let her drive around in her car at 17. And she out here doing debauchery.
That's what we got here, Miss X. And here we go. This is what I'm getting from this. This whole dude jumping from the trunk of some little Nissan SUV, capping lies. She was out with her friend out on the 304 stroll and got the mom's car joyriding, and she was down for the get down. And this is how she's justifying it. She wanted, I believe they hunched out there in the parking lot at IHOP. If any of this is true, and she making it seem like her kudakata was taken, not that she willingly gave it up. That's what she's saying. I believe.
Wait. So y'all are in the IHOP parking lot. He jumps out, and I guess what happens?
So when he got in the back seat, he told me, don't move, or I'm gonna shoot you in your head. Next thing you know, he put this little panda bandana, black, it was some color. All I know is I couldn't see. I had shit over my head. So he put
something over your eyes?
Yes.
You okay?
And then all I know is I ended up at a church in Decatur, because I kept like, I kept trying to rub my edges and shit.
Right.
And I kept trying to,
see where,
Yeah. So I ended up at a church in Decatur. He took my purse. That's why he got caught, because he had my evidence. He got evidence of me. He took my purse and threw out my clothes. And then at that, he was drinking on Whitney. He was drinking on some brown liquor. It called Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, yeah. And so what happened? So after he did that,
he threw me out the car.
Okay, so he threw you out the car.
And then I had put on my clothes and shit, looking for my phone, thinking this nigga had my phone the whole time. I'm knocking on people's doors, asking for help. They're not helping me. Next thing you know, I go to this one big ass house. I'm banging on his door. The man answered, and guess what? The man became my stepdad. Helped me out with everything.
Wait, what?
Yes, I'm banging on this nigga door. He know my mama. He came. I went to church with this man. This man is like my stepfather.
So you didn't know him at this point, though?
How in the hell is he like your stepmother? Is he screwing your mom? What the hell? There's so many holes in this story. Let's just take it at face value and say it's true. Bone quick, it's a cautionary tale. Granted, you 17 years old, you out here riding around. I don't know what y'all was up to. Let's say it's all true. You should not have been doing that. Young girls ain't out here doing this type of stuff. So y'all want to be grown so fast, you're going to end up unprotected. But people can't protect what they can't control, which is her.
Hey, freaking men. You out here, listen here. Nothing just happens. We allow things to happen. Yeah, this taking this at face value. She didn't just get a panda blindfold put on her, drove her to some church and taking advantage of. No. The moment she said, I'm going out with my fast friend and joyriding her mama's car, that's when you start dancing with the devil and you cannot control this situation now. Now it's over. From soon as she got in the car, out of your control.
Mr. Walker, y'all, we have taken our parents' cars without their permission. We have driven all over Atlanta, just under the guise of just wanting to hang out and have a good time. When I was 16, 17, before I left my mom and dad's house, so I like when I hear y'all talking like that, it's like, you're so right. We were so dead wrong for that. Anything could have happened to us. And usually things do happen. I'm so thankful that nothing bad ever happened to me. And, she says it was an older man. When we were hanging out and doing stuff like taking our parents' cars, we were going to hang out with boys that were our age, that were just as afraid of their parents as we were afraid of our parents. So, you know, while we were sneaking the car out, we were like trying to tippy toe it back into the driveway, you know, and trying to like cool off the engine hood to make it, you know, like stupid stuff as kids. But we did it. And oh my goodness, like this wouldn't be comfortable for me. I would never be 18 years old outside looking like this with nothing to do, because my friends were always like going to jobs or going to college or going to do something productive, even if it was the unproductive things you can do. They still weren't out there looking like this, you know. It's just yeah. So when y'all say she wrong for that story, it doesn't sound right. It definitely sounds like it's kind of made up to fit the story she wants us to, you know, feel sorry. She's using it as a way to manipulate him. She's already told one lie about her age, so I can't say that this isn't a lie, you know. So
that part.
Yes, listen.
Or you didn't know him?
I did not know this. I did not know the man door. I was banging.
Right.
Next thing you know, I told him what's going on. He had a Ring camera, and a couple of days later, I got his number. He got my mom's number. He even came to the hospital to get a rape kit with me.
Wow.
Yes.
So he like showed a lot of love, and then he ended up dating your mama?
No, he don't date my mom.
Okay.
He just helps out.
But you say he became your stepdad?
Yeah.
What
like
do you
a
mean?
Father, like a
okay,
my
so like
in my life.
Okay, so like a
father figure.
Right, father figure type deal. Okay. Wow. Okay.
So luckily when I went to the hospital, I didn't have nothing. He hit me without a condom. Luckily I didn't have nothing.
And I'm assuming, was you already sexually active at that point?
No. I was. At that point, I had 2 bodies. He made me his 3rd body.
Wow. So you were still like a baby. You were still like, whew. I'm really sorry that happened to you. How do you think that affected you?
I'm glad he locked up. He ain't got no bun, no parole.
So he got caught because he had your stuff?
No, that's not. He ain't really get caught. I told my mama, the girl, luckily, she had the bitch so stupid to where she had him on her Instagram highlights. Mm-hmm. All I can remember is a light-skinned nigga with short hair and a big-ass beard. And he had a tattoo, a cross right here.
You know his name?
No, I don't know him. Never seen this nigga.
Well, I mean, now that the paperwork and all that stuff, because how did you follow up and know that
another thing, my mom, they did a little court screening. Me and my mom seen his face, but my mom was saying she could have really got off mute and said, I hope you rot in the jail for raping my daughter and this and that, but she didn't want to cry at that moment. But it's like, this nigga, I stayed all the way in Forest Park. I was in Decatur. This nigga is like a father to me. He did not have to take me all the way to Forest Park. And then at that,
quit saying he like a father to you. Where your real father at, first thing, and why your mom in the courtroom acting like a damsel in distress when she's allowing you to act like this? It's because of her poor parenting that you out here on Atlanta street interviews at 17, 18. You are a rebel without a cause, Bonquisha.
There you go. Shout out to Mrs. Raquel. She painting the picture. There's levels to this, man. Yeah, you know, you got your what's that? Your Ferris Bueller, you know, type debauchery. You know, where, you know, it's all right. We get it fixed. But this ain't that. This is hood debauchery. It ain't cute. They can't look back and laugh and say, woo, we sure dodged a bullet. No, they was hit 9 times like 50. And this is the result. Yeah, don't do it, kids. Y'all, this is not Disney World. Y'all do not have the luxury of taking y'all parents' car. For one, they probably got full coverage. And if you ding their car, they lose their job. It's different in the hood, different penalties.
We totally thought if you rolled the car backwards, it would take the miles off. We did.
We first got on the highway. He asked me, was I hungry? I was like, a little. And then at that, he got me Burger King. And then he pulled up to this ATM and gave me 2 $40 bills. Like
2 $20 bills.
Two.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to get you right. We're going to get you right. So you been drinking a little bit?
Yeah, 4 Loco.
All right. Because you're not old enough to drink legally. It's all good. It's all good. I was a teenager before too. Okay, so that's a lot. And so, okay, let's real quick, you say your dad's not in your life. How do you think that's affected you?
I won't say not in my life. When my mom got caught like shoplifting, trying to get me panties and shit, like hygiene shit, deodorant. This is when I'm not gonna lie, this is when she ain't have shit. That's my best friend right there. She gonna tell you the real shit. I've been knowing her for 2 years, going on 3 years. It's like the third year. 2023, 2024, 2025, it's like 3 years. Yeah. I've been knowing her for 3 years. She cool as fuck. Like, this is like the only friend that I have. But when my mom was down and shit, she did go on Walmart, Kroger's, and steal some type of shit. It was for me and my brothers. Right. She got caught for that. So
can't make this up. I was just talking about her mom in the courtroom acting like she's this great mom. But meanwhile, she's one of these moms we'd uncover on a dash cam or you know, Walmart getting caught by loss prevention on one of these police videos. That's her mama. Like, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So here we are.
Do we see how, again, the gynocracy and all its glory? Do you see how this young lady is recalling her mom's debaucherous behavior, but she's telling it as if she was a saint? That my mom was still out of Kroger and Woolworths and Sears Roebucks, but you know, it was for me and my brother. It's okay. Shout out to that daggone movie Straw. I ain't see it, but I'm seeing all the previews, people crying. Y'all get on my nerves. I swear to goodness, crying, oh my God, it's so sad. No, it ain't. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic and self-inflicted. That's why we call it out. A lot of this is self-inflicted. Her mama, the grandmama, the gynocracy is guilty.
She got caught. I had to get transported all the way to Columbus, Georgia, to my uncle Reggie. I stayed at his house until my dad could come all the way because he was working at that time when my mom, when we all told my mom what happened.
Damned up, yeah.
He had came all the way from Kansas City to Columbus, Georgia to come get me.
How old were you when that happened?
Like, I say like 13, 14.
And so what was his presence like in your life up to that point?
He not shit. He didn't miss my 14th, 12th birthday, 13th birthday, 14th birthday.
What about when you was little, like in elementary school and stuff like that?
Not, my mama don't fuck with him, so I say he don't do shit because he's on child support. He don't pay his child support.
Well, aside from the child support, though, I'm asking because I have daughters, okay? And my daughters are close enough in age to you, right? And so I can't imagine what their life would be like if I wasn't the dad that I am. So knowing that there's a lot of young ladies that don't have that experience, so I'm trying to ask, like, how do you think that's affected you?
I really don't give a fuck. He don't do shit for me, so it's okay. He can die.
I get it, but is there another part of you? I'm just gonna ask, right?
I mean, I'm happy about.
And listen, these post sisters. Stop listening to y'all moms. Rest in peace to the Godfather. Go and talk to your dad and get the story from him. You know, we got to stop with these one-sided things where he say, "Where was your dad at?" She's like, "Oh, well, my mom don't F with him." So when she said my mom don't F with him, that means I don't F with him. Dr. Umar's daughter. This is that type of madness where they're corrupted. And go get his side of the story. She's sitting here, he didn't pay child support. How do you know? Because your mom told you? Did she say, was she collecting the money and just spending it on crack and not telling y'all? Like, go get the story.
Amen. Amen. No other humanoid causes more division in families other than Big Ma and her gynocratic circle. Shout out to God rest my grandmother, but there was so much venom spoken about folks and it causes division. Like you said, we don't mess with them. Not just dudes, whole other sides of the family. We don't mess with them because of hurt and emotion, zero logic. Men don't do that. The men will just stay away from one another, not speak. But hey, whatever happened to Uncle so-and-so? And they just won't say nothing if they don't like them. But the women, they go off. They just spew venom and cause division to our whole families. Thank you, Mr. X. Yeah, go talk to y'all daddy. Get the whole story. It'll be good for you.
My dad, because I got another sister. I got a little sister on my daddy's side.
So let me get this out, right?
She looked just like me, but she ain't come out my mama's private part. She looked
yeah, that's right. That's how genetics work, right? But okay, so I'm trying to figure out: is there another part of you, another side of you, that little girl, not this one?
And think about that real quick before we move on. She had nothing good to say about her dad. She don't like him. Oh, this is almost like Dr. Umar's situation with his crazy daughter. But then she said, I got a little sister from my dad, and she lit up. I got a little sister, yeah, this and that. Kind of like Dr. Umar's daughter, his other daughter, where she talks good about the kid that comes from the man that you hate. It don't even make sense.
Ladies, I promise you this, whoever out there listening, if y'all go to y'all father or y'all semen donor, whatever y'all want to call them, with some logic and respect, you can get a relationship. Men and women ain't the same. Just go in there with some respect, just being cordial, not emotional, and back men into a corner. I swear. Please, I like that message, Miss X. Go talk to y'all fathers. Heal. There you go.
Right here that has the wall up. The little girl that just really does want her dad to be like in her life. And
I used to just color, but I ain't gonna lie, my dad used to come around and stuff and bring my mama money, but now he don't do that shit. Like, he don't.
And how does that make you feel? Like when him not like?
It made me feel depressed. Like, damn, I don't have a dad. It's like my mom. My mama always say, "I'm your mama." And
what?
Daddy, like,
yeah, mama and daddy. Why would you said your dad used to come around and give your mom money, and then he stopped all of a sudden? There's need to be answers. Did he stop? If he did, why did he stop? Did he lose his job? Was he homeless himself? Go and get out. Was your mom finessing him? Go get all the answers.
No, there is no reason, Mr. X. Ain't you listening? He's a man. Men just do these things. A man will wake up in the morning, eat some ham and eggs, and decide to be a villain all of a sudden. That's what men do. There's no reason. It wasn't like his mom was absolute hell on 2 foots.
I used to just color, but I ain't gonna lie, my dad used to come around and stuff and bring my mama money, but now he don't do that shit. Like, he don't.
And how does that make you feel? Like when him not like?
It made me feel depressed. Like, damn, I don't have a dad. It's like my mom. My mama always say, "I'm your mama and daddy." Like, always. She always.
Which I wish women would stop saying that, because that's just impossible. And the truth is that hole can't be filled by just saying it.
She talked to this man named Corey. He nice. He smoked weed. He be smoking weed with me sometimes because I smoke weed. And
I get it, but it sounds like there's a part of you that just still needs your dad.
Did y'all hear this woman? He said you need a daddy in the house. You know, you can't feel that void. Your mama can't be your daddy. He said, well, my mama do got this boyfriend named Corey. He like to smoke herb. He smoke herb with me. He like a daddy. Oh my God. I can't make this up.
No danger, Miss Raquel. Any red flags on this ninja?
I mean, first of all, how you dating the mother but smoking weed with the daughter? That's absolutely egregious. If you're gonna smoke weed, but you don't need to corrupt this other man's child.
We talked about this, Miss Rock. We talked about this. Nug going to this house with the mom and the daughter. Both of them are of age. He has no DNA connecting them. It's free range.
That's the next step. If he's smoking weed with her, he's probably going to be trying her for other things as well. I mean, because that eventually leads to drinking, and then you're drinking and mama's not home, and I mean, no, that is so inappropriate. Absolutely not.
This is wild.
And so one of the things that we do on this channel is we have conversations with people. Well, I think most kids will want their mom and dad together, but even if they're not together, still just having him as a firm presence in your life. Like if that stuff would have happened and he would have been able to be reached.
My mama called him like every month, like literally every day. Every month from a new phone, he don't answer. I
get it. That's because he's probably trying to run down child support. But what I'm saying is that, like, for instance, when that incident had happened to you, if he would have been here and he would have been available.
That would have got fucked up.
And who said that? That's what I'm saying. Tiki said, my mama, my mama, my mama. Were you sitting right there every time? She said, my mom called him every month from a new phone. Huh.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Why ain't you call him? Where HQ at? Don't HQ say the kids need to reach out to the parents? And that part of her philosophy? I don't totally disagree with it. Like, quit saying your mama, your mama. My mama, she call him every month from a new phone. He don't answer.
There you go. For young boys and young women growing up in broken homes like this, life ain't fair. Take as much healing into your hands as you can. Reach out to your parents. Forget who is supposed to be. Obviously, you were born in circumstances where things that's supposed to happen don't happen. You got to figure it out and a gain. They will believe any fantastic thing. A new phone every month. Wrap your mind around that. These are poor people that don't know how they're gonna make it to Friday, but she find a time to get a hold of a different phone every month in a desperate attempt to reach out and get her daddy. Lies.
That nigga that would have got fucked up if my dad stayed down.
Right. And so that's what. Did you tell him about that incident?
He won't answer. We tried to.
So then,
even when I was at the hospital.
So listen. So one of the things we do on this channel is we have conversations with people when they're not right in front of us. If he happens to come across this video, this is his first time hearing that happened to his daughter. Okay, and that you maybe on the inside really do feel like, hey, daddy, I just want to hug. I just want you to love me. So talk to him right now. He's watching this video. Someone sent him the link. Talk to your dad. No, seriously. You haven't been able to reach him the traditional methods. This is God's plan.
Her mom did her to
say whatever's in your heart and keep it a.
You bitch.
So that's one thing that's in your heart. Now say what else is in there.
I hate you. Wish you was never in my life, but you're not in my life. But fuck you.
Well, do you wish that he was in your life?
Yes.
So why don't you say that?
I wish he was in my life, but
because you don't want to feel the disappointment. So you don't want to open yourself up to him hurting your feelings, to him disappointing you by doing what he's been doing, which is not be there. But you got to open yourself up sometimes. You got to make yourself vulnerable, because when you try to just have that wall up all the time, it results in some of this toxic behavior that you've been fighting and doing this and doing that, right? So, and as a female, it's good to just be girly sometimes. You ain't always got to be hard and tough. We know you big Pluto, all right? But anyway, my daughter's just taught me about that song and everything else. So I just learned about Big Pluto. But anyway, all right. Well, listen, on that note, I hope that your dad does get to see this, all right? Real quick, you were saying some wild stuff about your brothers earlier. You sure you don't want to clear that up? Like, you literally implicated them in the crime. Like,
they don't know my brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, see what he's saying? Talking too much. Yeah, he said you indirectly just implicated your brothers, and people that have watched this, they know you. Me and Mr. Walker and Raquel may not know, but the people in Atlanta, there's thousands of people who know, and then it'll spread like wildfire. They'll just post it.
And they're gonna see it. Post sister, she hurt. We don't ignore that. We know she hurt, but we try to get to the root of it. She did not wind up this way by herself. Somebody instilled all of this into her. She's sitting here putting her two middle fingers up to her father. Then the interviewer get her to admit that she wants her father in her life. That's the mom. The mom does not want any healing. This is why we drag the gynocracy through the mud every chance we get. They're not there for their child's well-being. There's no sacrificial energy with these women. All selfish, self-love.
That part. And I will also say, on this Good Father's Day, the burden falls back on us as men. So the pendulum is swing, women gonna get it, but it's always gonna swing back on us. All right, we got to be careful where we plant our seed. So, the father, that's the burden of a man. You misplaced your seed in that woman, and here's the outcome, this demon child.
There you go. Nug, go about, seem like it don't affect him. Nah, if you got any bit of a conscience, any bit of a soul, yeah, you can sit here as a man and say, I got to move on. I got to start another family. You can say that and do so. But men, we're not women. We can't sit here and boo-hoo, cry, ha, ha, it sucks. No, you got to eat it. You live with it. It becomes part of who you are.
All right. Okay. Because did your brothers really do that, or that was just big cap?
Dead ass.
So she's literally not here no more.
Literally not here. Dead. In the grave. Dead in that grave. But any more questions?
So you really feel like she set you up?
Yes.
What if she didn't set you up?
She did. She knew that nigga was in the car.
In the trunk? And you didn't know, or was you just like high and drunk or something?
I was not high. I was sober as fuck.
Wow.
Smoking my vape.
That's wild.
Wild as fuck.
That's crazy. That's like some real setup type stuff. So
it really is.
All right, well listen, miss. On that note, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Social media?
Yeah. So is she implicating that the girl that was driving the car is now deceased?
Yeah.
And
by her brothers.
Probably, yeah, if I'm trying to
Whoa!
see. Yeah. whether or not they did it, who knows? This is all fresh. All right. We talk about statutes of limitation. Who knows? Somebody could be arrested and charged because she up here running her mouth. So she trying to say the girl that was driving the car that she got allegedly raped in is now deceased and from possible retaliation from her family.
I keep saying it. Y'all should feel embarrassed. Got an old crack baby telling y'all what's going on up here. This is a case study. This is all fairly new, man. I can promise you with this. FBI, all law enforcement agencies, they have got to have at least 3 people team set up to monitor social media for people that they deem to be suspects. It would just be a gold mine. I would. Yeah, I'm about to become a law enforcement. Say, hey, let me just go over YouTube. I get all the snitches.
Man, so what you got, Raquel? What's your take? I'm sure this kind of stuff. Atlanta is a different place. There's all kind of weird crimes like this going on. So
Atlanta is just like every other city in the nation. Like I can't. Other than the fact,
I think when y'all live there, y'all become prisoners of the moment. If you live outside of Atlanta, it's just a high concentration of Black folks. You don't find that in too many other places in America where it's heavily concentrated with Black,
I guess so.
in different levels, not just ghetto,
Yeah, yes. Okay. I feel what you mean. Okay. Yes. So then in that regard, we are different. And this is really, really low hanging fruit right here. Who doesn't, I was about to cash app her and something told me to wait. And I'm so glad that I did because I forgot about her saying that in the beginning. That's not cool. You don't know what somebody is guilty of. It's not your right to determine somebody's guilt or innocence. Just like old boy she says is in jail for the crime he committed. If old girl was the person that set her up, then she should also be doing some time and not passed away. But yeah, all of this that she shows to me is like scary and like psychotic a little bit, like to laugh, to like flip back and forth from like being a little sad and melancholy to then acting like the Joker is weird to me. That is like borderline personality or something is going on with her. Yeah, she needs something productive to do because this is one of the young ladies that gets with a stick up crew, and she's the person that takes it too far.
Yep.
And so I wouldn't want to see her anywhere when I'm walking downtown Atlanta, on the street. I'm trying to get to my car. I wouldn't want to run into her. She seems a little thrown off, like.
And yeah,
scary.
And like I was saying about the whole Atlanta thing, like I said, shout out to y'all in the A, but I think, people outside of the city, it's a different way. Like y'all got whole communities of people living in these big, cul-de-sac gated communities with all Black folks living in $400,000 or $500,000 houses. You don't see that anywhere. You don't see that here where we from and the majority of the country.
So wait a minute, y'all are in a Black city too.
No, we're not.
No.
So you go to a community, anywhere you go in pretty much the whole country, there's going to be majority white folks, especially living in the most well-to-do places. In Atlanta, it's completely opposite. Y'all can have whole communities of Black folks living in nice houses, mayors and all this type of different stuff. No, that's pretty unique.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just been here for a long time. I kind of think it's like that everywhere.
For the most part, I'm surrounded by
outside that is in the projects. In the most low-income places is where you're gonna find Negroes.
So let me tell you what I'm thinking. Let me tell you why I'm thinking what I'm thinking, because y'all are probably like, why does she think like that? When they break down the demographic of voters when it's voting time, and they show the states that are like blue versus red and the cities within those states. So I just assume that when the cities are stacked up like Atlanta, it's like Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like if the population is mostly a Black demographic is what I'm saying. And again, that's the girl math in me. Where I'm not looking at it right. So
it may be like Houston or somewhere, you know, but yeah, you ain't gonna see no communities with these brand new houses, 300,000-400,000, and it's all Black folks in these communities. No, that ain't normal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a part of the reason why Atlanta is unique. Yeah, I think somebody said it. Atlanta is full of so many Black millionaires that are, for lack of a better word, nameless. They're not celebrities. They're not famous. People don't know that. Yeah, like Miss X said, you go in these gated communities, just have quiet, silent Black millionaires. They ain't on no social media. They just getting bread and living life. Beautiful.
Yeah, not to saying that there is no Black folks that live like that. We are talking about virtually all of them. You can say there's 50 houses in this little plant and it's all Black folks.
Yeah, I can name a lot of neighborhoods. I could run off from east side to the west side.
So where we from, and like I could imagine majority of places, when they build in these little, there's 2 Black families in there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, no, see, they build something new and it might start off with 1 or 2 Black families, but after we tell everybody what's going on over there, like Mr. Walker, when you were talking about Lawrenceville, once we find out that, oh, it's new, it's upcoming, oh, Brazelton, oh, Flowery Branch, Georgia, oh, we moving out there too then. So we don't let them have nothing for too long before we come and, you know, infiltrate.
And I see people in the chat, like I said, very few places. I see y'all saying like DC, Houston. There's and even them, that's like on a smaller scale. Atlanta's like on a whole nother level. But there's very few places in this country where it's set up like that.
Definitely.
For a reason.
There you go. Atlanta's unique. Yeah, because there you go. If you got all those well-to-do melanated folks, low crime, good stuff, beautiful. I want to see it someday, but typically you got a lot of melanated folks together, debauchery, ignorance, you know.
Well, I think it is a mixture of both, though. So
yeah, because we do have Freaknik, you know, we did have that. Like, and if we don't have Freaknik per se, we'll make like Glenwood Day or, you know, SWAT's Day. Like we'll make it a Freaknik kind of thing.
Or even something like this with the Atlanta Street interview. So for one of these women, these people, look at all these people. But the flip side of that is there are well-to-do people to balance it out, to where in many other cities, there's not that balance. It's just most of the Black people are on this side and it ain't. But as far as she go, to the sub, you heathen.
Bye, post sister.
The passengers of the doomed Titanic sub spent their last moments in total darkness looking for bioluminescent creatures out of the small window and listening to their favorite music. The new details of the 5 passengers' final moments have been revealed by the wife and mum of the father-son duo.
Wade in the water, diamond, wade in the water. Something's gonna trouble the water. You better wade in the water. Yeah, man.
The internet, man, it's gonna be the end of some of these folks. The internet is forever. Words have lost their meaning, and folks say that, but they don't act accordingly. That footage don't go anywhere. She up here did some real life snitching. I don't know, like how do you grow up in the hood, be of the hood, and not understand rules, regulations, policies, and protocols of the hood? Just talking.